Hello students, so we were doing the fifth chapter of our geography book, and the name of the chapter is Natural Vegetation and Wildlife, in which in the first video lecture I have already given you the introduction, okay, and the things, that means factors which are responsible for the variation of natural vegetation, that I have already discussed in that video. Fine. Now moving further, that today that we are going to do is types of vegetation, in which we are going to learn about different types of vegetation that we found in India. Okay, basically we have to study the things from the Indian point of view. That means that the trees that we found in India. So whenever we are talking about the types of vegetation, we are having different types of vegetation depending upon the rainfall that they receive, because it depends, basically whatever vegetation we found in any place, it totally depends upon the you can say depend upon the rainfall that they receive. If some area receives the maximum rainfall, suppose between above 200 to 400 centimeter, that area will be thickly you can say thickly populated with the trees and all, because of the rainfall. But like that we are having the division, okay, according to that we are going to discuss today. Fine. So talking about the types of vegetation that we are having, you can say near about 5 types of you can say vegetation, different types of vegetation, in which we categorize the things. The first thing that we are having, that the first type of vegetation that we are having is that you can say tropical evergreen forest. Fine. Now the next thing that we are having, the tropical deciduous forest. Then we are having tropical thorn forest and scrubs, okay. Then mountain forest, and the next thing that we are having is mangrove forest, okay. So these are the broad division of the types of forests that we found basically in India. Fine. So one by one I am going to discuss, and the most important thing about this chapter is that you should know how to plot these areas on the map, because you are having map work also in your book, okay. Like that definitely in exam there will be question like that, mark the area which receive maximum rainfall, or mark the area which has, you can say, tropical evergreen forest, like that. Fine. So let's get started with the first topic. That means the first type of forest that we found in India is tropical evergreen forest. As the name suggests, that evergreen forest means that this forest remain, you can say, evergreen throughout the year. Now what is the reason behind that? How this is possible that one forest, that means for the trees that we found in this, you can say, forest remain evergreen throughout the year? How it is possible? Because basically during autumn season, what happened, trees started shedding their leaves, okay. So in that when we see from that perspective, we found that it is very difficult that to found trees to be green throughout the year, okay. So the thing is that how the tree is, you can say, trees that we found in tropical evergreen type of forest remains, you can say, evergreen throughout the year, that we are going to study, okay, in this type of forest. Fine. So let's get started with the things. So the thing, the most important thing is that evergreen forest we found in the area which receives heavy rainfall up to 400 centimeter, okay. So we are having some areas like Eastern Ghat, the Western Ghat, okay. You can say the area of that Garo Khasi Jaintia hill that we found in Meghalaya, okay. Then we are having Lakshadweep, then we are having Andaman Nicobar Dweep Samu, okay. Then we are having then we are having Assam, then we are having Tamil Nadu coast. These are the areas which receives maximum rainfall, okay. You can easily check out in your map that we are having, okay. I would like to show you if it is visible to you. See, this is on page number 45 of your geography book. I hope this is visible. Only you have to find, see, we are having index over here, I hope this is visible to you. See, we are having index over here, with the help of which you can easily identify you can say the division of the forest. See, for tropical evergreen forest, what is the requirement? That an area which receives the maximum rainfall. Fine, this is the requirement. Fine. So see, you are having, when we look from the top, that means from the that dialog box, types of vegetation, tropical evergreen forest. See, the darker the area which is in olive green color. See, this Lakshadweep area, then this is the Western Ghat, this is the Eastern Ghat, then this part also, then this part also. Okay, so these parts are, we are having you can say an area which receives the maximum rainfall. Okay, and the rainfall that we this area receives is around between 200 to 400 centimeter. Fine. And the you can say the speciality of this forest is that you know, in this forest we found different types of you can say vegetation. Okay, we don't have only one type of, you can say, tree that we found in evergreen forest. We are having different varieties of tree. This is the reason that this forest remain evergreen throughout the year, because you know, if any forest, you can say, has different varieties of tree, what they are going to do, they are going to shed their leaves in different time period. Okay, suppose Ashoka tree, suppose, okay, Ashoka tree, then rosewood, mahogany, these I'm taking the three names. Suppose rosewood shed their leaves in the month of April, then mahogany shed its leaf in the month of August. Okay, like that. So what will happen when one, because of this, you can say, the shedding of the leaves, okay, basically comes in different months. That is why this forest remains green throughout the year. This is the you can say the most important reason, that the shedding of the leaves, okay, leaves are totally, you can say, different from one another, because of the different varieties of tree that we found in this tropical evergreen type of forest. Fine, this is one reason. Now the next thing, that this area receives the maximum rainfall, that I already told you. So you have to write on the characteristics. So what you are going to write, the first thing that you have to write, that we found this you can say these tree in the area which receives the maximum rainfall. Fine, up to rainfall up to 200 to 400 centimeter. Fine. Next thing that you can write here, that the places like Andaman Nicobar Island, then Eastern Ghat, then Western Ghat, then Lakshadweep, then coastal areas of Tamil Nadu, then we are having Garo Khas Jaintia hills of Meghalaya. Okay, that means Assam side, Assam, Meghalaya, these sides. Okay, now this is the reason. And the next thing is that varieties of tree that we found in this type of forest, and because of that, these trees, okay, the trees which we found in you can say tropical evergreen forest, they shed their leaves in different time period, and because of that they remain green, evergreen throughout the year. Fine. Now you know, the maximum height that we found in this tree, in this type of forest, is up to 60 meter height of tree. We can easily you can say see that up to, we can easily find you can say found out. Fine. Up to the height of the tree is up to 60 meter. Fine. And it has multi-layer structure that you can see easily. We are having visible in the picture also, that you can easily multi-layer, okay, trees basically we found. Okay, now the thing that we are having, you can say types of vegetation that we are having in this type of forest, like we are having mahogany, rosewood, ebony, okay, rubber, and there are so many, only 2 or 3 names will be more than sufficient that you have to write, that these type of tree that basically we found in so like that we are having varieties of tree that I told you. Now we are having some you can say animals also that we found in evergreen forest. Okay, like we are having elephant, monkey, lemur, deer, and one you can say one horn rhino that we found basically in the evergreen type of forest. Fine. And we are having some other birds also, like you can say bats, we are having then reptiles also like scorpions, fine, snails, etc. These were the animals that we found in the evergreen type of forest, fine. So I hope this, that means the tropical evergreen forest, is clear to you. And what you have to write, basically you have to write down the area, you can say the states, you can write down the states, okay. Then rain requirement, that means water requirement, okay. Then we are having speciality about that what we call it, that particular vegetation, okay, like that you have to add. Then if we found any animals, then vegetation, that you have to mention in the this type of forest by line, fine, including the point. I hope this is clear to you all. Now talking about the next type of forest that we are having is tropical deciduous forest. Now tropical, see how you have to correlate. Firstly, what I said, that evergreen forest basically we found between the area of 200 to 400 centimeter. Now here what will come below that, na? So this type of forest, that means tropical deciduous forest, basically we found in the area which receives rainfall between 100 to 200 centimeter, fine. And this tropical deciduous forest is further divided into two categories. We are having, you can say, moist, and the other one is the dry deciduous, fine. So the another name of you can say tropical deciduous forest is the, you can say, monsoon forest. And as I told you that it spread around the region which receives 200 to, it's ranging from a little bit, ranges may be different, like 70 to 200, maybe 100 to 200 centimeter will be the area which receives this type of rainfall, fine. And this tree does not remain evergreen throughout the year, because in basically you can say the tree that we found in this you can say forest are of same type. Basically that means they shed their leaf at the same time, and because of shedding their leaves at the same time, this you can say forest does not remain green throughout the year. So okay, now we are having the area, as I told you that this tropical deciduous forest is divided into two categories, you can say moist and deciduous. So basically you can say the moist area, basically we found this moist area between 200 to 100 centimeter area, because it is divided into two category, and according to category still it is divided according to the rainfall. Area which receives around 200 to 100 centimeter rainfall is categorized as a moist you can say tropical deciduous forest, okay. And the area that we are having you can say eastern part of the country, then you can say northeastern state like Jharkhand, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, we are having slope of western Ghat and eastern Ghat, like this, okay. And basically the trees that we found in this type of forest, that means moist tropical deciduous forest, we are having, you can say, Arjun Kusum, then sandalwood, khair, babool, sesam, okay, sal. These were the not babool, sorry, these were the name of moist deciduous forest, fine. Now talking about the dry deciduous forest, basically we found these type of forest in the area between, you can say, 100 to 70, that means the 70 to 100 centimeter of rainfall, that which the area which receives this much of rainfall, fine. Now the next thing that we are having, that means talking about the area, we are having like Uttar Pradesh, okay, then Peninsula Plateau, then plain parts of Bihar, okay. And the forest like you can say the forest that we found over here is that teak, sal, then peepal, then neem, like this, okay. And mostly these type of areas, okay, that means tropical deciduous forest, you can say has been cleared for you can say cultivation and agriculture purpose, fine. And we are having some, you can say that wildlife also, and the type of vegetation that I told you, that what we found, okay. We are having here you can say lion, tiger, pig, deer, elephant, okay. Then we are having lizard also, bird also, varieties of bird that we found there, snake, tortoise, these things, this type of animal we found in tropical deciduous forest. Fine. I hope this is clear to you. You have to learn according to the rainfall that any area receives, because according to that we found different types of what we call it forest. Fine. Now the next division that we are having is I would like to go with the thorny forest and shrubs. Okay, scrubs. So whenever we are talking about thorny you can say forest, okay, we are talking about that which requires very less water, like it is basically we found these type of forest in the area between which receives the rainfall below 70 degree. Okay, 70 not degree, 70 centimeter. Fine. Like the best example for this forest that I can give you is the that cactus. Fine. Then babool also. Okay, that means thorny type of vegetation. Fine. Now see, basically that I told you the rainfall, requirement of the rainfall. Fine. Now the type of vegetation that we found in, including, see, we are having these type of forests where we found, you can say, semi-arid area. Basically that is not too dry, but it is dry, not too dry. Semi, that means quite okay. Like we are having you can say some areas of Gujarat, Rajasthan, including Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh and Haryana. Okay, these types of area, that means which is semi-arid area. In that type of area basically we found this type of forest. Which type of forest? Thorny shrub. Fine. And the main speciality about this type of plant is that the roots of these tree, actually they they were deep inside the earth in search of water. Okay, so this is the thing. In order to retain moisture, in order to gain so that I told you that the roots of these type of plants are very deep inside the earth in search of water. Even the size of, basically even the size of the leaves, okay, even they are very, you can say, small size, to avoid the evaporation throughout the leaves. So like that we are having different varieties of plants, you can say vegetation, that we found according to the what we call according to the rainfall. Fine. In your book you are having the diagram also. See, small leaves, this much leaves, basically these type of plant they have. Fine. And so what type of animal basically we found in this type of forest? Like rat, mice, rabbit, fox, tiger, lion, ass, you can say horse, camels and all, etc. Fine. Now the most important thing is that as I already told you that about the what we call it, about the trees. Okay, the vegetation that we are having, is, you can say, that babool. Okay, then we are having cactus also. Even you can see that the thorny type of plant that basically we found in this type of, that means the thorny forest and scrub. As the name suggests, that basically the type of plant that we found in here is the you can say that what we call it, thorny type of, thorny and small you can say having small leaves, that type of plants we found in the thorny forest and the scrubs. Now next thing that we are having, mountain forest, I will tell you in the next lecture. Okay, the next thing that I am going to take is the mangrove type of forest that we are having. Okay, so basically when we talked about mangrove forest, okay, it is basically found in the, you can say, the another name, you can say that it is tidal forest. Okay, and it is basically found in the coastal areas. Okay, that means it is fully, you can say, marshy and fully, you can say, wet type of area we are having, because in the coastal area we found these type of forest. Okay, and it contain, you can say, mud and silt get accumulated on such coast. Obviously we are having that mud, that very marshy type of you can say soil we found, and in that type of area we are having this mangrove forest. Fine. The next thing, the most important thing about this forest, that it is you can say, see, you are having one picture. Okay, you can easily check out that the roots are here attached to the soil. Okay, So what does it mean? See, it means that dense mangroves are the common varieties with roots of the plant submerged underwater, and delta of the, basically what happened, the roots, okay, they just hold that soil very tightly, firmly, and the trees are just above that. That means you're having that chain, or you can say the chain of roots in this type of forest, okay. And varieties of chain, that means the roots are just fully submerged into the water, and the tree, the main part of the tree, are just above that, okay. That means firstly we are having the chain of the roots, and after that, see, this is the tree, we are having roots over here, that means okay, for holding that mud and all, and this is the tree just above the water, okay. So the trees are just above the water, and the roots hold the mud tightly, and having the roots, we are having roots that basically form a, you can say, net, you can say that, what we call it, net pattern. Fine. So basically this type of forest we found in the, you can say, delta area of, you can say, Ganga, Mahanadi, Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri, etc. Okay. And in the Ganga, Brahmaputra, in the Ganga and Brahmaputra, you can say, delta, Sundri trees found, which provides durable hard timber, palm, coconut, you can say, etc. So we are having you can say the area where Ganga river and Brahmaputra submerged, okay, or combined, they form a delta, and there we found a tree that we call it as a Sundri tree. Fine. And the most important animal of this type of forest is the, you can say, Royal Bengal tiger, okay. And we are having that crocodiles, gharial, snakes are also found in this type of forest. Fine. So basically the feature of the mangrove forest are that basically we found this type of forest in the coastal areas with mud and marshy and wet type of region, okay. And the roots of the trees are in the form of chain like structure, and the roots are totally submerged into the water, but the trees are just above of it. Fine. And the next thing that we are having, the areas like the delta areas, okay. So in that Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri and Ganga. Fine. And even Brahmaputra is also, and the area where we call it as a that in the Ganga and Brahmaputra delta we found a tree, we call it as a Sundri tree. Fine. This is the speciality, and the animal that we found in this type of forest is, you can say that the Royal Tiger of Bengal. Fine. Because that Sundarban delta is near about there. Fine. That is why. I hope this is clear. And the mountain forest I'm going to take in the next video lecture. So till time, please cover these things, okay, and go through page number that we are having, page number 44, 45, 46, okay. And please go through the maps also. See, with the help of map you can easily locate the areas that where we are having which type of forest. Fine. Thank you so much.